just load one up there. The entire keyboard's filled with kick drums. Another thing I'm really happy always with is the Mega Drum kits. It's from an old Akai sample CD actually that I bought in 1999 I think, or maybe 2001. And you can just drop it in the EXS24 and they're all laid out for you. And good stuff too. I use those I think every day. And what I always do is I have a couple of buses here. Normally it's 4 or 5, and it's almost always the same. It's my kick drum and my bass on one bus, where compressor sits, compresses a little bit, and stuff like the high-end stuff like hi-hats and claps and stuff are on a different channel, also with its own compressor. It's actually sidechained in this particular example. What is this? And here's another, there's a noise sweep in the back that also has its own compressor. And the reason I'm doing that is because at the very end of the producing of the track, I always go outside the box, and I have these 4 summing buses on my TL Audio, which make for a really nice analog tube sound, and I re-record this back into Logic, so that's why I have these 4 buses right here, so I can just work really fast over here, and at the end I just lay them down on their own individual channels.
Do you ever do that multiple times?
No, no.
It's just you always end up 4 to 2.
Yeah, because I only have 4. Well, you have actually you have 5. You have more actually. You have 6 stereo buses here, because you got 2 mono channels, 4 stereo channels, and an effects return. But I don't use any of these except for this channel 1 to record microphone. So what I always do is use these 4 buses here.
But what I was meaning is, do you ever go 4 to 2, like have 8 buses in Logic and do 4 out to 2 and then another 4 out to 2?
No. I got what you meant, but no. This is just it, and I re-record this in Logic and then level it and limit it. Turn up the level, because it really makes for there's something magic about analog sound, analog summing. I mean, there's like a million different forums online and debates on whether it sounds better or I'm not sure it sounds better, but to me it sounds more pleasing anyway to use analog summing, because the low frequencies especially and the really high frequencies, they blend so much easier in analog than on digital, that this spring I decided to get me one of those, and I'm really happy I did. So and you can also plug in an analog compressor. This compressor, I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. It's my Drummer 241. This is my oldest friend. I bought this one in 1991, I think, and it's been used on the master of pretty much all the records I've ever done. So you can plug it in here also and have a bit of that extra analog compression magic on your master, which is really a big difference between actual analog compression or claiming to be analog sounding compressor plugins. There's a big difference, trust me. It's much, for some reason, it comes out much smoother in the analog domain compression. It sounds more natural or something. I'm a big fan of Rob Papen, the Dutch sound design wizard, and there's actually a patch called Dutch Sequence on this one. And I admit it, it's just a preset that I use. But I don't care. I mean, the presets are there to use, right? And there's another blue, and there's an albino also, but I'm not sure I used that in this particular track, even though it's there. We should check. No, it's an empty channel, so it's not there. Another blue, and an ES2, the Logic synth.
So what's giving that kind of? Is that the ES2 giving that kind of sort of percussive kind of synth sound?
No, that's another sample actually. I think this is what you mean. Is it this one? No, this is Kit. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's actually a Vengeance sound, and I'm not afraid to admit that it's a sample. It's a VEC3 Synth 146B. I have no clue what library that is from. Probably Vengeance Electro Club. I don't know. Essential Club sounds probably number 3. And there's a huge amounts of synths in there. But the problem with sample CDs or sample banks is that you go through all kinds of sounds in a way like this. You know, you got your snares, and it doesn't play right now, but I'll talk about this in a minute. This is Audio Finder, a really nice program. But so what I did was just make banks of all the sounds. So every vintage, Vengeance sound that I have is actually in banks. So every sound covers the entire keyboard. So I can just flip through through all the banks as if it were a synthesizer. And that's how I came up with this sound. And I use this in this track.
It's really processed as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is. Let me check that out. Yeah, let me just see what it sounds like without all the plugins. It's not even that much. Well, this is the original one. I took off a lot of the low end, and then a stereo delay, but really small amounts of feedback and mix, just to widen it up a bit. Then the N verb from Logic, really odd working verb that reverses the feedback signal or something. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but it's not doing a thing. Oh wait, the mix is down. I didn't even use it at the end, but and a filter, which is the auto filter is working somewhere in the track. It'll probably in the breaks and stuff. It's not a thing that is constantly on. Oh, there it goes. And a bit of echo. And apparently I needed to drop the level a bit after that I used volume automation on it. So I plugged in the Logic gain plugin. Yeah, so that's that sound. I'm always counting on the Logic swings, because it's just so easy to do, you know. The 16C swing in Logic works well 90% of the time for me, so I almost always use this one. And I know guys who go up till 16E or 16F, but that's way too much for me. I just want a little bit of swing in there, not too much.